Following a riveting game up in the Motor City, the action heads south on this Thanksgiving Day, deep in the heart of Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where today we've got a good matchup, as good as we can ask for, as part of the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration. The Chiefs and the Cowboys on EA Sports. On the visiting sideline, there's Chiefs head man Andy Reid. His guys victorious a week ago, trying to make it 2 in a row here. On the Cowboys side, head coach Brian Schottenheimer. His guys were not able to break the stalemate last week, so they will hope for a more traditional result here. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Cowboys take over.
So here the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. He brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing something. On the deck.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Cowboys.
First down, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught downfield by Pickens. And bulldozing his way through. Touchdown, Cowboys! George Pickens, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He didn't have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with.
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he's probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's second down and 10.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. 50 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. He had the touchdown pass on the opening drive. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes coming in, and he's right up there among the league's Pickens. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's second down.
At the 34-yard line. It's a big
drop to throw.
Brings up second and
Pickens for another catch. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
It's a gain of 8. And the Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Here's second and 10.
To Javonte Williams. No gain on the play.
And they'll try to run the option here. Take it down just shy of midfield.
The quarterback.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Noel Williams on the stop.
He'll drop to throw. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Here we go with Williams. He'll try. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
Cowboys first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Jake.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal. Back to throw here. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jake Ferguson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So after the touchdown, Auburn now to kick this one away. I remember growing up, crawling around the TV, shoving turkey down your gullet to watch these games in Detroit, here in Dallas. Such special moments for so many families, and Charles and I are so happy to try and keep alive the memory of a man who was truly one of a kind. This one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
On the play. That's good.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he slings one that's incomplete. The Chiefs had 5 and 6 to start play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking.
When you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard. They played well on 3 phases of the game. I think if they can carry it over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got his man on the out route.
Mahomes pass. Caught by number 10. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Mahomes going to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Butker's kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Cowboys offense and C.D. Lamb ready to take over once more. And he's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, so to no one's surprise, his name sits near the top of the list in terms of most receptions by a wideout this season. Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the
44-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 6.
Now 2nd and 6.
Now back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
And the Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Action fake. They'll look to throw. This throw left side is caught by Toby. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
That's another.
They'll set up a throw. He finds Pickens over the middle. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. George Pickens, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys add 6 to their lead. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Auburn's good with a PAT. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
21. Chiefs 10.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this 1st half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 17-yard line.
A gain on the play of 58 yards.
Mahomes now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less.
Cowboys 8
to throw. It's Mahomes. It's a screen pass. That's complete. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set. 1st and goal.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and goal, Kansas City.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Mahomes quickly complete out and in for the Chiefs touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown from 3 yards out. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 21-17.
Chiefs 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they're throwing on you, because you always want to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has shown up time and time again. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
First down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson.
The pass.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at the Chiefs' 29-yard line.
Second and 9 now. And that one to the right side and incomplete. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
It's now third down and 9 yards to go.
They'll look to throw here. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
It's a gain of
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
2-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Yeah, it's a 4-yard loss. Really sets them back now for second down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. Jalen Turner. 5-yard touchdown. And they're able to add on to their advantage. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Longer now for the play after. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Cowboys.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was finished off by a Jalen Tolbert touchdown grab. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Gets around him. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but tries to look upward. They're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
13 yards on the play. And a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
They go play fake. Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
Mahomes pass.
Second and a couple.
Travis Kelce. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at their 49-yard line.
Now it's Mahomes again. And that is incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Saquon Rebel on the coverage.
Now Mahomes. And that nearly intercepted. If you're getting known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to complete to Tolbert. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts.
A gain of 15
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
18.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now.
First down.
As they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back to throw again. Screen play set up for Williams.
The first down.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
At their 48-yard line.
This is 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw again. Complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Out of bounds at the 17-yard line. A gain of a yard.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
And 9.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. George Pickens in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone. Aubrey now for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35.
So that drops 7 plays in length. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. Now timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Brings up second and
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses that have handled play so far. This time will start at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's in the midst of a very solid season, currently second in the NFL in passing yards. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next down. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Marquise Brown.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
Brings up second.
Mahomes going to throw.
At the 47.
Incomplete. It's Rice. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Hands it off out of the gun. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Chiefs.
His way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
A pickup of 2. Brings up second.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Toward the pylon, caught. And for the Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice from 6 yards away. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Bunker on to kick it away. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they're going to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that. Let's get on with up the middle to Williams.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
He's brought down.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 95 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back to throw now on first down. Out right, he finds Tolbert. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
11 more yards. That's another. Cowboys
look to throw here on first down. Touchdown, Cowboys. George Pickens, an 11-yard touchdown. These guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. Auburn now for the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now.
makes the score.
Drive that team to 6 plays. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. So after the touchdown, Auburn now to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for the next drive. What's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. It's Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. Here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the Cowboys,
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride and complete.
yards on the play.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. Well, flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. Mahomes now to throw. Open man right side is Rice. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Throwing now is Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Get this down to the 10. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Here it's complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
A gain of 8 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Kansas City.
Patrick Mahomes punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Chiefs, 31.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a good return, so he stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. And everyone on their assignment defensively there as he'll be taken down behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. The short one is taken in by Ferguson. They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 9.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
A 3rd down pass.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
That'll be a 47-yard throw, officially fouled on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard
The visitors'
line.
offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Chiefs. First down. A gain of 16 yards. And a first down.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Man, and he hits him in stride. Here's a 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
They got play action. Now Mahomes. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, this phase is not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Now it's Mahomes again. No hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brings up second and 4.
Now Mahomes. So first and 10 now from the 30.
That's another
now here's
Kansas
Mahomes.
City Chiefs. First
This will be once again by Mahomes. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. That is made complete over the middle. It's Brown.
Marquise.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Mahomes to throw once more. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And the Chiefs are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here we go, first and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
And quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown
Kansas
grab.
City.
And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope when they have to slide their way downfield. They have the touchdown. It's almost like, yeah, you know what I feel right. Exactly.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this game not quite over yet, and we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Brings up second
down and 3.
At the 36-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He finds Pickens over the middle. Now he's into the clear again. And he is into the end zone for the Cowboys touchdown. George Pickens, 63 yards. And the Cowboys use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. And that touchdown, his 5th touchdown grab of the game, and that ties him with Jerry Rice from 1990, Kellen Winslow Sr. from 1981, and Bob Shaw back in 1950 for most receiving touchdowns in a single NFL contest. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Chiefs 37.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Well, dangerous return man showing it here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. KC's offense ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time off the year.
Frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Mahomes to throw it. Pass taken in. He's been tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now another time. That's Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
14 more yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
Here's Mahomes. There's that man again. It's complete.
Mahomes
now 2nd and 4.
To Rashee Rice. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Mahomes
at the 17-yard line.
He takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Touchdown.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one.
Illegal touching. Offense.
A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
The Cowboys on their way to victory. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Dallas, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they'll have a few extra days here now before they face the Lions next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.